do to make sure we fortified as a unit, but don't leave me mortified. If you'd have kept it 100, a brother would be more than fine. Gave you more than time, gave you some peace of mind. That's why I got some qualms about the way you treated mine. You came close to doing damage to my third eye.
Number 10 comes with Tech Ito 2. This story follows Toru Yanagi, a gamer thrust into the world of Chroniclum after dying from overplaying. The story blends the usual elements of fantasy and the normal isekai tropes, but it does so in a new way, which is refreshing. For example, Toru's transition from the digital realm to a land of swords and sorcery, armed with a deck from his past card game, adds a unique twist. The storyline includes mechanisms of something like Yu-Gi-Oh!, where the main character is allowed to summon a diverse array of creatures using mana. This is something we haven't seen so far. Besides that, the artwork is also quite good, and overall the story flows nicely. Of course, this work is still in its early stages with only 10 chapters available, but I think it has great potential for the future if they keep exploring this new power that they have come up with. I find the combination of a good art and the original power from the main character compelling, making Deck Ito 2 a captivating manga that many of you will enjoy, so give it a try. In number 9 we have I Have Reincarnated as a Poor Farmer. I Was Reincarnated as a Poor Farmer presents a refreshing departure from the typical isekai formula. The protagonist, born into another world of swords and magic with memories of Japan, finds himself as the son of a poor farmer. And like many isekai protagonists, he isn't overpowered, and the story doesn't follow the usual trajectory. Instead, the boy faces the harsh reality of his circumstances and embarks on a journey that can't be termed as a slow life. Using his earth magic specialization, he strives to overcome challenges and fill his hungry stomach. The manga stands out for its unique approach, focusing on the protagonist's hard work and ingenuity rather than relying on overpowered abilities, which we don't see quite often. It takes a long time just to be able to use magic, and even longer to achieve the smallest things. This slow transition and character development make this a great story. It has only 15 chapters, but from the general direction that the story is taking, I do feel like it's going to be very good. Despite the limited number of chapters and action, the storyline is highly enjoyable, making I Was Reincarnated as a Poor Farmer a hidden gem worth exploring. Number 8 comes with I Was Sold at the Lowest Price. This manga takes an intriguing twist as a school trip transports the second year's class to another world, where students are sold to become pilots of magical weapon-like robots. The unique selling point here is the evaluation system, based on an unknown parameter called Ludia, which determines each student's worth. Despite having the strongest parameters, the protagonist is shockingly assigned the lowest value, leading to unexpected consequences. Before getting into what I enjoyed, let me tell you a few things that I didn't. First of all, as you may have noticed, the main character is evaluated with the lowest value, but that was a mistake. Instead, he has a higher than anyone else. Because he has the lowest value, he's treated like trash. Now, at some point, because he can do things most can't, he should realize that his valuation wasn't correct. But so far, at any point does he try to change that and keeps introducing himself with the bad evaluation. And that for me doesn't make much sense. Besides that, the manga has a captivating world and mecha, which hold great potential. If you enjoy mecha and isekai, this might be a great choice for you, but do keep in mind the things that I said. In number 7 we have Grand Dwarf. Grand Dwarf introduces us to Takumi Fujimura, a seasoned craftsman facing adversity in his mundane life. When a dispute and financial troubles take their toll, he collapses only to wake up in a different world alongside Frau, an aspiring hero. Armed with modern technology and decades of crafting expertise, Takumi sets out to make a mark in this new realm. This manga has a unique premise. Not only that, it also has a very old main character, around 60s if I'm not mistaken, even though when he gets reincarnated in another world, he takes the appearance of a young boy. Not only that, but the craftsmanship is a really solid point in the story, and overall the main focus of it. In addition, the female main character who wants to become a hero is well written and doesn't get annoying as time goes on. All of this combined makes for an absolute masterpiece of a story. Of course, it only has 20 chapters available, but trust me, when you read this, you will think the same as me. Having dwelled into the series, I find it extremely engaging, offering a fresh perspective and a compelling story that combines craftsmanship, fantasy, and the challenges of an older protagonist navigating a new world. Number 6 comes with The World's Strongest Rearguard. Arihito Atobe, a former corporate slave, is transported to a world filled with monster-laden labyrinths, where teamwork is crucial for survival. Opting for a unique role as rearguard, Arihito navigates this dangerous realm by supporting his allies from the back lines. The story kicks off slowly in the first chapter, but gains momentum with the introduction of Teresa in chapter 2, adding an engaging twist to the narrative. Teresa's appealing character design and well-portrayed fight scenes enhance the manga overall appeal. However, as the harem dynamic develops, a lot of the depth given to individuals is lacking. Not to say that the story gets bad, but it's still good. But you know how it goes when they start introducing harem into the story. While some characters like Elsia start with mystery, their subsequent development may feel somewhat bland. Despite these reservations, the world's strongest rearguard offers potential and has an absolute stunning art, especially in the character designs and action scenes. In number 5 we have The Saga of Lion Court. The Saga of Lion Court presents a unique and dark take on the isekai genre, steering clear of unnecessary edginess. Aimed at a mature audience, this manga dwells into the story of Tadashi Tanaka, an ordinary office worker who, after succumbing to cancer at the age of 41, finds himself in a medieval European-like world. As Varian de Lion Court, Tanaka must navigate the brutal and war-torn reality of this new existence. What sets this manga apart is his realistic portrayal of how being in a different world fundamentally changes a person. The main character lives in a peaceful Japan, but all of a sudden he's thrown into a medieval Europe where war is rampaging. As such, he is expected to change. Varian is a flawed but compelling character, shaped by the harsh environment he now inhabits. The narrative doesn't shy away from mature content, providing a gritty and authentic exploration of survival in a primitive society. With a unique perspective on isekai themes and an overpowered main character grounded in realism, The Saga of Lion Court is a work you must watch out for. Number 4 comes with Survival in Another World with My Mistress. This manga thrusts Kosuke into an unfamiliar forest, prompting him to utilize a unique video game menu for crafting and survival. And as you may have guessed, that video game is Minecraft. The narrative takes a mature turn as Kosuke faces nightly attacks from non-human races that harbor a deep-seated hatred for humanity. I have to warn you that this manga contains some adult content per se, even though it's not extremely explicit. Even though that is the case, the manga still manages to weave a substantial plot, delving into mature themes like racial discrimination and genocide. While there are intimate scenes, the story doesn't solely rely on explicit content, offering a more intricate and thought-provoking experience. Besides that, the power that the main character possesses, which resembles the Minecraft game, is not only interesting but also fun to see. Overall, if you think this might be something you enjoy, please give it a try. Just be careful about the sexual content. In number 3 we have Striving for a Luxury Liner. This is a laid-back isekai narrative centered around Wataru Toyumi, who, after falling into the ocean, gets reincarnated with a unique ability to summon boats. With aspirations of living a lavish life on his luxury liner, Wataru embarks on a journey as a merchant, utilizing his boats to generate wealth. This manga distinguishes itself by focusing on the mercantile and comfort-driven goals, which is a bit different from the usual action-packed or revenge isekai tropes. The main character only wants to live a comfortable life, and as such, he uses his power to become a merchant. While there are some romantic and harem elements, the story doesn't overly emphasize them, and the inclusion of small time skips contributes to the manga's pacing. For some reason, I really enjoy this manga. I think it's mainly because of the unique power that the main character has, and because of that, I highly recommend it to anyone who is looking for a fun manga to read. If you do read it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Number 2 comes with Tanaka Family Reincarnates. This manga unfolds a heartwarming isekai tale of following the Tanaka family, who, after perishing in an earthquake, find themselves reincarnated as a Stuart noble family in another world. Retaining memories from their previous Japanese lives, the Tanakas navigate the Western-style society they now inhabit. Led by the oblivious yet endearing protagonist, Emma, the manga adopts a wholesome vibe and embraces the isekai to nobility trope, focusing on court intrigue and social interactions rather than traditional adventuring. If you're more into the adventuring type of work, then maybe this isn't for you. It's quite refreshing to see a whole family getting reincarnated, instead of just one individual. To be fair, I think this is the only manga that does it, and because of that, the manga is incredibly interesting. The series incorporates romance elements, with Emma unintentionally amassing a harem of admirers. The inclusion of scars adds depth to the characters, driving meaningful changes and fostering engaging social dynamics as well. Tanaka Family Reincarnates doesn't rely on an overbearing plot, but delivers a delightful series of moments, showcasing the family's unintentional success in their new noble roles. Overall, the manga offers a cute and enjoyable reading experience that I'm sure many of you will enjoy. And in number 1 we have Kemono Michi. Kemono Michi follows professional wrestler Genzo Shibata, who, after being summoned to another world, defies the conventional hero role by refusing to fight magical beasts. Instead, as a devoted animal lover, he opens the Kemono Michi pet shop, aiming to foster a culture of coexistence with the creatures. The manga, also adapted into anime, offers a unique twist on the isekai genre, injecting humor and heart into the narrative. Genzo's unconventional approach of refusing to be a hero is refreshing, and it makes the whole story a lot different. The introduction of his shop also adds some interesting elements to the story, so he looks more like a veterinarian than a wrestler. You also have the anime adaptation in case you don't want to read it, but I always recommend the manga, because there's more information and more details. Either way, make sure to give this work a chance whatever option you choose. It's more focused on humor, but still a great isekai work without a doubt. Now guys, this is the top 10 Isekai Manga part 10. Did you find any manga that you haven't read yet? Did you like it? If this video helped you in any way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.